What's up guys, Ruppy here, bringing you the team builder for my week 1 game for the Pokemon Battling Association League. My brand new Legendary Kyurem are ready to make their debut, and here's to hoping it's a successful one as we kick off our journey in the PBAL. You're probably a little curious as to why I'm doing a team builder video separate from, because I normally do a team builder and a battle video all as one, just to kind of save a little bit of time, I guess. PBAL actually does, require separate uploads for that, so I was willing to just go ahead with it because I'm not gonna argue with their rules. Regardless, you see, as I tend to do with all my team builders now, just add a little more personality to the videos for those of you who are, new to this. My, team I'm bringing into battle is just kind of chilling in Pokemon Camp right now. This is our locker room portion of the video. They're just having fun, getting all pumped up for the game ahead. And now we're going to switch over to the quote-unquote chalkboard, aka Pokemon Showdown, in order to discuss the actual matchup itself. So for week 1, we are playing the South Norfolk Noivern, coached by Jolty. His roster should be appearing off to the right. His team consists of the following: Scizor, Rotom Wash, Scolipede, Sylveon, Delmise, or Delmise. I kind of hop back and forth in the pronunciation of that mon. Continuing on, Noivern, which is of course his mascot, Lantern, Sandslash, Torkoal, Swoobat, and his G-Max, Charizard. Right out of the gate, Torkoal and G-Max Zard. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain. Not the first time I've faced this combination, but it never gets any easier. Swoobat is, of course, the mascot for my other team, the Columbus Swoo. I am fairly familiar with what that thing can kind of do. Noivern pretty much outspeeds everything on my team, so does Scolipede. Scolipede, of course, can also speed boost, which is a problem. Scizor, that thing, obviously, with Technician, could be a bit of a pain. Honestly, outside of his Sunsetters and Scolipede, I think I can actually handle this matchup fairly well. It's all a matter of playing my cards right, as it always tends to be in draft format. Let's go ahead and take a look at my team and see what we got cooking here. As always, huge shouts to my front office for their contributions. Gage definitely threw out a lot of suggestions that I really liked, and Sven kind of also helped me open my eyes to a potential mistake I was going to walk into with how I initially had this team set up. So thank you guys for having my back and lending a hand as always. So, starting off here, we have my own G-Max Duraludon, aka the Shard. Yes, I decided to nickname it after the building that Duraludon is kind of actually based on, or at least it's G-Max. I was feeling a little uninspired when it came to Duraludon, sue me. Regardless, I am rocking an Assault Vest for this game because it actually kind of really helps in dealing with things like, oh, I don't know, G-Max Charizard, for instance. I actually got a bit of a mixed attacker here. Max special attack, I'm running no speed on it. I've got enough special defense that with the AV, I can actually take a G-Max Wildfire in the sun from a Fire Blast from Solar Power G-Max Zard, which is good because the sooner I get rid of that thing, the better, as always. I've got Stone Edge to be able to handle the aforementioned Zard. And otherwise, I'm running Flash Cannon, Solar Beam, and Draco Meteor. Solar Beam might seem a bit odd, but he does have a couple of things that do not want to be taking grass hits. And Solar Beam allows me to abuse the sun, because let's be honest, if he's bringing G-Max Zard, he's probably bringing Torkoal, because Rocks, Spinner, Sun. I mean, that thing does everything you really need it to, just on that alone right there. And obviously, giving Zard Sun is bad news for anyone. So that is the Shard's role in this. This attack investment, I believe, is enough to almost OHKO Zard. With a bit of prior chip, it will definitely OHKO after I max. But it will at least put it in range where once I hit the max Rockfall, the sand goes up, his sun goes away, and all of a sudden his Zard is not looking as good as it used to. Speaking of trying to create sand shenanigans out of thin air, that's where Bandolier comes in, my Sandaconda. This nickname is from the Gunsnake enemy. This is the name of the the class of Gunsnake enemies that appear in Final Fantasy X-2, in case you're curious. Kinda thought it fit with Sandaconda just based on how it's coiled up like that. Anyway, I've got Sand Spit, so whenever this thing eats a hit, it's going to be able to summon a Sandstorm, which will also take out the sun. I've got a Rindo Berry to be able to deal with grass hits. Kind of from Delamies, but more specifically from Torkoal and definitely Zard. Stealth Rock, Rock Slide, Earthquake, and Fire Fang pretty much cover everything. It sets rocks and covers everything I need to. I'm going more specially bulky here to make sure I can actually take a hit from G-Max Zard. But outside of that, Sandaconda's basically here to eat hits, set up rocks, and do damage. Amon, I think, could potentially be the star of the show, though I am going to need to get rid of a few things in order to be certain of that. Is Seraph, my Volcarona, named for the Six-Winged Angels. Heavy-duty boots, because that item is pretty much going to be glued to Volcarona all season, depending on how things play out. Flame Body for the ability. Basic idea here with Volcarona, as kind of always with Volk, is Quiver Dance and then attack. I've got Fiery Dance for stab, Giga Drain for his water and ground types, Roost to get HP back. The unfortunate problem with Volcarona is it's kind of not necessarily hitting Torkoal and G-Max Zard that well, but it's fine. If I get enough Quiver Dances up, then I can probably do enough damage that it may not even be relevant, but really, I've got other things to kind of kick open a door for Volcarona to exploit, so we'll see how that goes. Moving on, we have Methane, the Weezing. I'm gonna blame Chugga Conroy for this one, because this has become my go-to when it comes to Weezing now, because of the shiny coughing slash Weezing he got all the way back in his Pokemon Crystal playthrough years ago. Regardless, it's got Black Sludge. I originally had Neutralizing Gas as the ability, but I decided to change. But thanks to Sven pointing out that it's actually really situational in this match, I really have to have my switch and prediction game on point with Weezing to really make it work. Levitate's honestly just a better all-around option in the long run. But I've got Will-O-Wisp, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, and Pain Split. Fairly standardish with Weezing. Burn things, Sludge Bomb for stab, Flamethrower for things like Scolipede and Delamies, Pain Split to get HP back. Basically, max bulk, eat hits, and go from there. Moving on, we have Pride, my Virizion. 3 guesses as to where I got the inspiration from this one, if any of you have seen some of my recent Wi-Fi battles I upload to this channel. I am running a physical Scarf Virizion. 196 speed EVs, I believe, is just enough speed to guarantee that I outpace G-Max Zard, even if it's +1 from a max airstream with the Scarf. Stone Edge for primarily G-Max Zard. Close Combat for stab, Leaf Blade for stab, and since he's bringing Sun, let's try Solar Blade as well. Kind of an interesting little option. It is far more powerful than Leaf Blade, so the more he gives me Sun, the more I can actually abuse Solar Blade once Torkoal and G-Max Zard are out of the picture. So I think it'll be a fun little option to toy around with and see what happens. Basically, the name of the game here is to either strip him of his Sun as much as possible, or abuse it for my own ends. And last but not least, we have my Haxorus, Raider. Well, I think Haxorus is kind of self-explanatory here. Life Orb, Mold Breaker, Max Attack, Max Speed, Dragon Dance, destroy everything. What more really needs to be said about Haxorus? That's kind of all it really needs to do, actually. It just comes in, sets up, and breaks things. And if I can get at least one D-Dance up, it can do a lot of breaking this game, no matter what he sends in. Haxorus is actually a bit of a problem for him. He does have some things that could take hits from it, but with a D-Dance or 2, they're not taking them as well. I believe 2 D-Dances actually puts Haxorus at a point where it kind of one-shots just about everything. So we will see how that works out. We're going to go ahead and switch back over to my locker room portion. Just my team chilling, getting ready for the battle ahead. Thank you guys so very much for watching this team builder. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it is fairly short, but again, I'm used to stitching this to the actual battle itself, but PBAL wants them as separate uploads, so I will do them as separate uploads. Fair enough. Team builders will be going up on Saturdays, with the battle going up on Sundays, so we have that working for us. Kind of helps it not conflict as much with BBR's uploads. Anyway, thank you guys so very much for watching. I have been Ruppy. Hey guys, sorry for the abrupt cut here, and how awkward this is gonna be, but there's been a change of plans. Due to my work schedule being an absolute nightmare this past week with how much I've been working, as well as the fact that I found out it is actually not as required to do it as 2 separate videos as I thought, and it just makes a little more sense to just kind of give myself less work in the long run trying to get multiple videos ready for one specific day. I've ultimately decided I'm going to stitch the team builder and battle videos together after all. So, let's go straight to the battle portion of the video then, shall we? What's up guys, Ruppy here, welcoming you to our Week 1 battle for the Pokemon Battling Association League. My Lake Erie Kyurem are ready to roll. In case you are curious as to what you're seeing me do right now as we get set up here, so the PBAL operates on a rule where you can run either the 20-minute timer from in-game or the land timer that most draft formats are used to. Jolty and I decided to go 20-minute timer, so there is that. It's alright with me. I don't care either way. I'm used to either way at this point. I'm gonna keep Marnie too. I love the battle theme. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what Jolty's bringing, and let's get this battle underway. So he has Torkoal, no surprise there. Rotom Wash, Sylveon, G-Max Zard, Lantern, and Scolipede. Alright, this is definitely doable. Alright, so I would not be surprised if he leads Torkoal, honestly. I would also kind of not be surprised if he leads Rotom Wash. I kind of want to lead Bandolier, because I can get my rocks up right away, and if nothing else... Yeah, I think I'm going to lead Bandolier. I can try to get my rocks up right out of the gate. I can switch if I need to. And if he wants to try to hit me, I can just go Sand Spit and take away his Sun. So, good luck, have fun, Jolty. And let's see how this plays out. Let's see if my Lake Erie Kyurem are able to start our season off on the right foot. And there is the Torkoal lead, so I can deal with that right out of the gate. So there is the Drought. I'm just going to go ahead and get my rocks up right out of the gate. As Jolty's just going to withdraw a Torkoal and go straight into Rotom Wash. Kind of not surprised on that, honestly. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my rocks up. And I think we're going to be getting Bandolier out of here. Well, then again, Sun is up, so I could take a Hydro Pump if I wanted to. I'm gonna stay in a Rock Slide, actually, because I'm not as that works out. I figured either Jolty defogs and gets rid of my rocks, or goes for a Hydro Pump, which is not doing as much in the Sun. So I can get a free Rock Slide off, get some damage off on this thing, and start getting some intel on it. No item. Huh. Interesting. Alright, this is the point where I think I'm gonna switch. And... I think I'm gonna go to Methane, actually. Might seem odd, but with this... I was mostly considering that. I was figuring a Will-O-Wisp was probably coming. And Rotom... Weezing definitely does not mind being wisped at all. So with the sun up, Will-O-Wisp is not doing as much. I'm just gonna go straight for a Sludge Bomb. Jolte's gonna Volt Switch out, which is fine. Ooh, that still did a decent chunk. Alright, might have miscalculated a bit there, but Weezing's still not in as bad of a spot. Gonna send out Lanturn, which I can just go ahead and hit with a Sludge Bomb. Get some damage off on. And I can actually Pain Split here and get some HP back, because Lanturn's got a lot of HP to give. And he's gonna Scald, which is not gonna do as much because of the sun, thankfully. But I can still Pain Split, get quite a bit of HP back, wear down this Lanturn a little more, which is always appreciated. Alright. Now then. The Lanturn sitting here, actually... I think I'm gonna stay in Will-O-Wisp, actually. As he's just gonna Volt Switch on out. That is doing quite a hefty chunk, even in the sun. I don't know if I like that. Back into Rotom, which is actually fine. I can Will-O-Wisp this thing, wear it down a bit. So, that's Rotom Bird now. That's going to help wear it down. Get a bit of HP away from that. My Black Sludge actually nullifies mine. The sun is still up. I'm going to Pain Split again, because I think I can survive another Volt Switch. And indeed I can, which means whatever he's bringing in, Weezing's about to take a huge chunk of HP out of it. Weezing is sitting here and being quite the irritating all-purpose wall right now. I will take that. Because that wears Lanturn down quite a bit more. Gives me a lot more HP. And I think this is the point where I am getting Methane out of here. I'm gonna go into Pride, actually. I'm gonna send Pride in to start putting in some work. See how this goes. I'm expecting... Nope, he goes for Scald. Do not burn me. Please do not burn me. Crit and burn! Okay! That's annoying. Crit and burn, seriously? There is no way this Lanturn's staying in, so I'm going to close combat, actually, because I think that's my best neutral option. To hit whatever he sends in. Or, never mind, Sylveon comes in. I actually would have been better off just Leaf Blading. That burn sucks. It's fine, though. With you here... I think I'm going to try going back into Methane. As he's going to Wish Up. Probably going to try to heal up Lanturn if I were to hazard a guess. Methane can definitely take Hyper Voices, though. I'm just going to Sludge Bomb just in case. If nothing else, if he goes back into Lanturn, then Lanturn's getting less HP back, at least. That is indeed what happens. I'm going to Sludge Bomb. I get the poison. I'm sorry about that, Jolty. But at the same time, it does kind of offset the crit burn you just pulled on Virizion. Alright. So this is actually a bit of a tight spot. I'm still gonna go back into Pride, though. And go from there. As Jolty is just gonna Volt Switch out. Okay, I'm being read a bit here, and I don't like that. I do not like that one bit. I mean, well, I guess that's not really a read. That's just a good middle ground play. Back into Torkoal. Okie dokie. Not really liking this. I'm gonna go back into Bandolier. Call me a bit crazy, but I think Bandolier will be fine here. And if nothing else, me taking a hit, at least he's gonna rock. Alright. Well, there is that. I'm just gonna set my own rocks back up, because if this thing's not rapid spinning and he's relying on Rotom to defog, that's fine. At least with the Sun Up well, he stayed in this time. He's gonna Lava Plume. That's why. A crit. At the very least, I'm gonna be able to get my sand up now. Which certainly helps. I'm gonna Rock Slide, because I don't think this Torkoal is staying in. I think he's switching out. Yep, into Rotom. Nope, Sylveon this time. He's gonna take Rocks damage. Gonna take a Rock Slide, which takes a chunk out of it. I'm honestly expecting this thing to Wish, predicting me to switch Bandolier out, so I'm gonna get a little aggressive here. I'm gonna... I outspeed. Which actually worked out kind of nicely. He is gonna Wish up. So... now I've kind of got him in this position where... I'm gonna Earthquake again. As he just pulls Wish Protect. Fair enough. Gonna keep the Sylveon from recovering as much HP. And now's the point I think I go into Methane. And go from there, because I want to figure at this point he's probably going to Hyper Voice. He's going to take Rocks damage, which is not nice. No, he just sets up another Wish. Alrighty then. There goes my Sand. This is actually getting a little iffy. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb. Damage off on something. No, he stays in with Sylveon. Interesting play. We are actually quite a ways in this battle, and no one's really made any progress, which, considering we're playing with a 20-minute timer, is actually not a good thing. I'm gonna Pain Split now. Take some HP away from this thing. If he wants to stay... no, he's gonna withdraw this time. Right back into Lantern. Which is fine. Or actually, maybe not. No, I still get some HP back. It works. It works out. Lantern's gonna get worn down by the poison. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb. As he just Volt Switches. Methane's gonna be able to live. And I at least get to Volt Switch on something. Or no, sorry, Sludge Bomb something. At least try to take a chunk out of something. He's sends out Rotom Wash. Which is fine, that's just more chip on this thing. And at this point... I'm gonna try to Pain Split, but I think this is where I'm gonna let Weezing go. I kinda hate this idea, but at the same... He goes Hydro Pump. I was kind of predicting the Volt Switch, and I was trying not to give him Switch initiative. But that didn't work out according to plan. Alright. Alright. So this is what we're doing now. I'm gonna go into Raider. Because even if I don't set up, the fact that I do have Mold Breaker will definitely scare this thing out. I'm actually really free to fire off an Earthquake right now and either kill or do big damage to something even without a Dragon Dance. Well, anything that's not named Charizard, but I don't know if he'd send Zard in right this second without Sun. Nope, he's gonna go into Sylveon. Which is fine with me. That still took quite a bit. Earthquake is... With rocks, Earthquake's actually kind of looking like it might be a 2-hit KO. But... by that same token, I'm not trusting my roll. So I'm going to go into Volcarona instead. I don't know if I want to trust the roll on that. He's just going to set up a Wish. Which, that is perfectly fine with me. Because I can just go ahead and Quiver Dance right in this thing's face. With no fear. And go from there. Gonna withdraw into Torkoal. Which is fine. Torkoal's gonna get some HP back, but... I mean, he basically just gave me Sun, so... Seraph gets this Quiver Dance up. And I'm not sitting in too bad of a spot right now, honestly. Now, here's the question. As my time is... I know my time's ticking down. Do I get a little greedy here? No, I'm just gonna go straight for the Fiery Dance. I would rather take the damage I know I can get. That took a lot less than I thought it would. I mean, I do get the special attack boost. He's got Stone Edge, but he missed. That is... Wow, I am sorry about that one, Jolty. That's Stone Edge for you. That's why I don't like running it unless I absolutely have to for a matchup. That god-awful accuracy. Based on that damage, though, at +2 in the Sun, I think Seraph should be able to kill Furnace right now. And indeed it is, so Torkoal is gone. And I get yet another special attack boost. So Seraph is sitting here at +3 right now. And I would not be surprised if Charizard comes in. Because at this point, honestly, Zard is probably the best thing he's got to send in on me. Alternatively, he could send in Scolipede. But he'd have to heavily be relying on being able to get a speed boost up over me to... Trailblazer, that is the Zard. I figured as much. He's not running boots on this thing? Wow, that is, That is actually really surprising. I'm going to keep Fiery Dancing, because even if he maxes at +3 in the sun, I should still be doing a... Actually, I might actually still kill this thing, considering he did not run boots. The rocks actually are coming back to haunt him here. I was expecting him to have boots. Granted, I dropped whatever he throws at me, but 3 minutes left till battle ends. Good to know. And Seraph gets an... Okay! So, this is a thing that's happening. Him not having boots on... Okay, I know it ultimately goes back to that Stone Edge miss, but... He sends in Rotom. I'm gonna Giga Drain, which definitely kills this thing. Him not having boots on Zard definitely cost him there, but by the same token, this ultimately comes back to that Stone Edge miss from Torkoal, which... I apologize, but at the same time... He goes into Sylveon now. I'm gonna Fiery Dance. I apologize for the Stone Edge miss, but at the same time, I mean... Considering the hacks we've had in this game... Another special attack boost. Did Seraph really need that right now? Honestly. In's gonna come Lantern. Which does not drop to the rocks, but it is gonna drop to this Giga Drain. And then all that remains is Scolipede. Which will also drop to a Fiery Dance. I mean, unless he has Protect for the speed boost. And then... Rock Slides. I'm gonna Fiery Dance regardless. If he has Protect and gets the speed boost, then fair play to him. Nope. Either he just didn't go for it, or... Yeah. So, that's gonna be that. And with just under a minute to spare. 20-minute timer. GG, Jolty. I apologize that things kind of turned out that way. It's definitely painful. It all comes back to that Stone Edge miss, and I do sincerely apologize for it. I want to say it counterbalances the crit burn you got on my Virizion, but at the same time, I mean, I also kind of got a poison with Sludge Bomb on Rotom Wash, so I don't know if it really balanced out in the long run, considering that Stone Edge miss was far more costly. But either way, that is the end of that. GG to Jolty all the same. My Lake Erie Curums are going to start our PBAL season off at 1-0 at +5, which is definitely nice. So that is going to do it for this battle. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I have been Ruppy, and my Lake Erie Curum and I will see you guys next time. Take care.